What's up everyone? John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, and we're back with another episode of What's on Mine. And now we've got my daily driver, the Galaxy Note here. So let me show you what kind of applications that I've got, what I use on a daily basis. This is my actual phone. I haven't done anything crazy to it. This is what's going to go right from this video directly into my pocket. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first I want to say this is not a rooted device. This isn't running any custom ROMs. It's not running Cyanogen or any sort of alpha build. This is exactly how the Galaxy Note came. This is the international version. The operating system, still Gingerbread with TouchWiz sitting on top of it. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you. Check out the lock screen. So I've got a custom lock screen on here as well. That's a Lucy. I do have an ice cream sandwich locker on here, which lets me choose different applications that I want to open. So if I slide it to the right, that'll unlock. If I slide it up, it'll call my wife. If I slide it to the left, it'll launch my mail application, which is K9 Mail. I'll talk about that a little bit. And if I slide down, it'll go right to text messages. So that's what I use. Here, and this is all TouchWiz stuff, the big sort of time widget followed by the giant weather widget. Have this refreshing about every 3 hours, but if you want to refresh it manually, there's the little arrows down there. So I'll go ahead and do that. I've got a starred folder here for folks that I call most often. Got a quick dial for my wife, camera, gallery, settings. Plume is my Twitter application of choice for Android. Just kind of dig it. It works well, it's pretty simple. And on the giant screen of the Note, it's awesome just to have all these tweets show up. Facebook, I do use a Facebook application on the phone, whereas on the tablet, if you saw my iPad, What's on my iPad video, I use the browser for that. And WhatsApp, I do a lot of chatting on. So continuing down the tour here, phone, that's obviously phone. K9 Mail is my preferred mail client. I have a lot of different accounts, so using the native Gmail application on Android, I don't like it very much because you can't have a unified inbox, which is quite a pain to have to jump between inboxes. K9 Mail has been great for setting flags and that kind of stuff. I don't want to open it up because, you know, all kinds of personal mail stuff in there. So if you want to try a secondary mail application, give K9 Mail a shot. So we'll slide to the right. Google search, speed tests. You guys know I'm a speed test maniac. I love to speed test everything. So I've got some reminders on here with my today's calendar, active applications in case I want to manage what's running. Go ahead and tap that, and I can go ahead and close whatever I need to get closed. But generally, I never even come close to being filled. S Planner, which is my calendar, YouTube, ESPN, which honestly I don't use all that much. But generally, I'll just go to ESPN.com. You know, I've got this application in case I want to check out the scores and all my stuff for my favorite teams. We'll slide on over. Not much here, just simple connection stuff, screen timeout, tips, and settings. Nothing on the next screen. I'm a minimalist here when it comes to my screens. Recent Lakers scores, so I can just check that very quickly. And now we're on the last screen, which coincidentally is also on the left when I'm on my home screen. So 1 is home, so 7 goes to the left. I've got Twitter on here. And let's see what we got going on in applications. A lot of this stuff is pretty stock. Much like the iPad, I really only download what I think I'm going to use or what I want to test out, and then I'll delete it when I'm done. So Clock, S Planner, Music, Camera, Maps, Gmail, Gallery, Google Search, Market, Social Hub. That's all Samsung stuff. Reader's Hub, don't really use that. Settings, My Files, Videos, All Share, which sort of does a weird way of letting you share, essentially tether. We've got Keys, Air, Talk, Latitude. I don't even know what Keys, Air is actually. I've never even tried that. Let's see what that is on camera. Which enables Wi-Fi to PC phone communication. So that's what I thought All Share was. So what's All Share? Shows how much I use stuff. Oh, so for slinging content to DLNA enabled devices. So similar to AirPlay. S-Memo, which is what you use for drawing on here. It's what you use the pen for. I've gone through all that a lot in my overviews and reviews of the Note, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. Photo editor, video maker, mini diary. It's all sort of standard stuff that comes on here. Voice recorder, voice talk, voice search, downloads, calculator. Samsung apps, news and notes. You can see I don't have that much downloaded. Polaris Office. Now we're at getting to stuff where I've downloaded. Crayon Physics, S-Choice, Amazon Kindle. I will say though, there's some decent stuff here in the Samsung apps. Kindle. This is one place where the Note is awesome for reading books if you're at the gym or something, or on a train, or just like to read on your phone. Having a screen this big is really, really nice. Speed tests, again, because I speed test a lot. Facebook you saw. Fandango and Flixer for checking movie times. Analytics widget. Generally, I've got a widget on the home screen that shows me Google Analytics kind of stuff for the site. Netflix, WhatsApp, battery widget, and beautiful widgets. Some beautiful widget essentially gives you HTC Sense-esque looking clocks and weather. SwiftKey Tablet X, that was one of the keyboards that I was using for the Galaxy Note. I'll show you the keyboard in a minute, but I've stopped using it. Adobe Reader, Plume, Flash Player, Sirius XM, listen to my satellite radio. ADW Notifier, that gives you essentially notifications for K9 Mail, so you can see that in the upper left-hand corner there in the taskbar. Widget Locker is what I used on that lock screen, YouTube, ESPN, Google Music, Google Currents. Angry Birds, Card Scanner, Movie Watch, Quadrant for when I bookmark or benchmark and test this, and Tutu as well. Docs, an NES emulator, Ice Cream Sandwich theme, which I never really used. Skype. This kind of makes it look like an iPhone. I was just curious to see what it looked like. So, and it just launches, stuff. It looks super silly. So we'll go ahead and go back home, and the Dolphin browser as a secondary browser if something's not compatible. That battery widget shows me the battery percentage right there, which is kind of nice. I like to keep my taskbar clean as possible. Let me go ahead and show you the keyboard that I'm using. So I really didn't like the keyboard that came standard on the international version of the Galaxy Note. So I downloaded an Ice Cream Sandwich influenced keyboard, and it really makes typing much easier for me. Typing on the Galaxy Note is great because the keys are so giant. So that's what I used. So this has been what's on my Android device, in this particular case, the Galaxy Note, which is a very unique Android device. You can have so much on the same screen. Got 5 rows across here of icons, which is kind of rare, but I absolutely love it. All right, so I'm John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo, and I'll see you guys in the next video.